Welcome to Discovering. Tonight, we're on the water again. First up, I joined a couple of other outdoor riders for a morning of fishing, and we caught some impressive walleyes and some bonus pike on the Portage Torch Lake chain of lakes. And then we switch gears and do some largemouth bass fishing in the Sylvania wilderness. So sit back and relax. It's Monday night, and it's time for Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forest thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill. The eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
On this morning, I met up with a couple other members of the Michigan Outdoors Writers Association, which I recently became a member of, for a half day of fishing on the Portage Torch Lake chain in the Keweenaw. The Portage Torch Lake system is an excellent fishery with almost every species of fish found up here. It's more widely known for being an excellent walleye fishery, producing some impressive sized fish. Our guides today, tasked with putting us on the fish, are Captain Ron Racine and his first mate, Buster Roberts, of Skinny Dipper Guide Service.
We need jerk like that. Holy smokes. Cool.
Well, hey, back to a
That
start.
was a great start.
We'll take it, eh, Ronnie boy?
Yeah, sure. I've been doing it about 8 years now. Me and Buster Roberts, we've been having a good time the last 8 years together. We mostly fish Portage and Torch Lake for walleyes, but once in a while we'll go out on Lake Superior and fish some coho salmon and some kings. And this is third day of the season, so we're just now starting out. You guys are the first people we've taken out for the year, and hopefully we'll have a good season.
They're under some pressure today with 3 outdoors journalists on board who plan to write or produce a television story about their fishing adventures. I'll say this now, these two were a lot of fun to spend a morning fishing with.
I'll put on my glasses so no one can know who I am. I'm Jacob Van Houten. I'm here with Michigan Outdoor Writers Association, and we're trying to break the curse, the MOA curse. And we're doing well. We're catching some walleye. Oh,
Just see?
speak of the devil, I have to go.
You're up.
Am I? I don't know.
Go for
But I'm trying to do an interview here. Feels small. Whoosh! He pulls me overboard.
Well, it gets close to the boat.
Yeah, it'll panic once it comes up to the boat.
It's the right one.
There you
Nice
go.
walleye.
It's a wally. Okay, bring it
Straight up.
in. Yep. That's a nice one.
There you go, Jay.
That's a toad. Like I was saying, there I was. This is what we came for. Be close.
Close, 27
You
and
know,
a half.
27 and a half, almost 28. Yeah.
The Michigan Outdoors Writers Association held their annual conference in Baraga County in mid-May, and several members signed up for planned outings like this one that guides like Ron and others generously offered to take writers out on.
You know, the Michigan Outdoor Writers, if you don't know, is the oldest outdoor writing association, I think in the U.S., but for sure in Michigan. It was formed actually in the UP. I mean, Fred Bear, I mean, we're going back, right?
1940s.
Yep, 1940s, Morton F., all that stuff. Literally, it was in the UP is where they met the first time, and it was more of a social thing. But ever since then, we come, we fish, we hunt, and the curse is essentially we never catch anything. and we never shoot anything. We never get anything. It's kind of a running joke, and if we do, it's a round goby or some weird thing, you know, and or you should have been here yesterday, or you should have been here tomorrow, all those kinds of things. But it's a real thing. I don't know if it'd be a curse, but we tend to have bad luck, but we're breaking that spell here today.
I'm Chuck LaShawn from Bay City. I'm a freelance as well, like Jay, and do a lot of waterfowl writing in the past, and now it's more fishing writing for various magazines, Great Lakes Anglers or whoever will take me. I've written for 40 years, but at this point in my life, I pick and choose what I want to write and who I want to send it to. So I enjoy it. Fishing anywhere in Michigan or beyond is something I enjoy doing more so now, and that's what I enjoy writing about. But I'm kind of semi-retired in writing, so I just go places where I haven't been before, like where we're at now on Portage Lake, and enjoy writing here. But up here with the Michigan Outdoor Writers, as Jay said, we are having a great time in Berga, and it's a nice area, the Keweenaw Peninsula, and it's a wonderful place to be, wonderful place to go. You feel like you're in northern wherever, Canada even. But lots of great places to fish around here.
I'm a freelancer, so I write for whoever will take me on. A gun for hire. So Hook and Barrel is one of my national magazines. Woods and Waters, Michigan Outdoor News, a lot of the regional ones. Online stuff. But traditional, if you're wondering, it's that I'm kind of the traditional hook and bullet guy. I'm an environmental guy, so I write a little bit on environmental issues. Started in '90s. I'm an academic guy, a professor of biology and fisheries biology, and do this for fun. And you can make a lot of money doing this. Okay, that's not true, but it's enjoyable. So yeah, I really meet great people, have a great time, hang out with Chuck.
Our first location was nothing but northern pike. They found the fish, it just wasn't the fish that we were after. So after reeling in 5 pike, Ron and Buster switched locations and baits.
Ronnie was in the laboratory all winter making up baits.
Either a big walleye or a pike.
After 7 pike for the morning, this one was acting more like a walleye.
It's what we want. Oh yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Wow. Yay!
Gotta work hard for that one.
Finally got one.
That doesn't look like a pike.
That's not a pike.
Catching all these walleye.
Barracuda.
Walleye and pike weren't all we caught.
Now he can't take my picture again.
This one's really heavy.
Oh yeah. Hey, long pike. Take a picture of that. It's gonna be a little fibrous. It's got a lot of starch. I think I got an anchor. All right. It's one of those. That is awesome. I gotta get a picture of that. Thanks, you guys. Not any guide can guide me to the light. That was awesome.
Yeah, the guy.
I'm not sure. I didn't see it.
It's the right one. It's the right one. Get the net.
Okay, lift straight up.
Lift straight up.
Got him. There you go. Not as big as yours. Walleye. We're into them. Is that one on that other one?
Yeah, we have another one out the sideboard here.
They know the trick.
Neat.
Oh yeah, that's a good tasting one there. There you go. That's. I think it's a wally. It's acting like one.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful walleye.
No bust. Yeah, that's a pretty good patch there, buddy.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
We're only a few days into the season, and Ron and Buster have it dialed in already.
35 feet back on a planer board, and we're running the. I'm not sure what those are, butterflies and
Butterfly.
crawdad harnesses. I think all the walleyes came on the butterflies.
Yeah.
The key is we just want to keep these things from hitting bottom. You want to be real tight to this. Speed's key. Cold water right now. We're trying to be 1-1. 1 mile an hour. I would say is what we're trying to do.
Yep.
And I guess, to be specific about this, we're just in search mode. Cold water, we're only 3 days into season, but we've noticed that if you find some pods in the shallow water, that's when you tend to get some bites, and that's when you know you're close to the bottom.
Yeah, clam up.
Last year we kind of dialed in some colors, so we bought a lot of the stores out of those colors now, I think. But yeah, we spend the winter tying up.
Let's say winter project for you.
Yep. So it took some time to refine it. We used to run 3 hook harnesses. We went to 2 because they're a little bit lighter. We were running into snag problems. So just little things that we adjusted that seemed to make a difference, in my opinion.
Yep.
The guys even let me reel in a fish. Before you give them grief for not letting me in on the rotation sooner, reeling in fish is not what I jumped on board for. I was here to film. The DNR actually surveyed Portage and Torch Lakes this past spring for the first time since 2007. The pooled estimate of walleye between the 2 lakes is 20,500, and the average size of captured and marked fish was in the 19 to 24 inch range. The walleye I caught here is clipped to show it was captured in Portage Lake, and I'll chat more with the DNR in the future about this survey. I do believe we broke the curse. Jay and Chuck figured that was plenty of fish for them to catch for their stories, so we called it a day. We had a great time and a lot of laughs. Thanks to Captain Ron and Buster for putting us on some big fish. We appreciate you offering to take us out for the day, and we hope you have a great season. Switching gears, or more so switching trolling motors for canoe paddles, we're going where no motorized boat, live bait, or barbed hook can go, the Sylvania Wilderness in Gogebic County. Al Fairfield invited me to join him on a largemouth bass fishing trip to Sylvania. Al, who is a volunteer with the Friends of Sylvania, spends a lot of time fishing these remote lakes.
Some of these lakes, I'd swear I've caught every fish a dozen times.
Sylvania Wilderness is an 18,000 plus acre parcel of the Ottawa National Forest on the Michigan-Wisconsin border. There are 34 named lakes within Sylvania, providing all types of fishing: trout, bass, walleye, panfish, and pike.
Premier smallmouth lakes back here, average fish is almost 16 inches long, which is really impressive. I mean, that's right up there with Boundary Waters and Quetico.
Being a wilderness area, there are many special regulations for fishing these lakes, like no live bait.
The regulations for Sylvania, they actually have their own special page in the Michigan Fishing Guide.
Before we went fishing, we stopped in Sylvania Outfitters, just outside of Watersmeet, to visit Bob Zielinski.
So one of the attractions to Sylvania is certainly the fishing. In the beginning of the Sylvania history of federal ownership, the bass were supposed to be 1 fish a day over 18 inches. And what happened is that the fish got cropped off so that there was no fish bigger than 16 inches. So then they changed the rules, no keeping of the bass. Over the years, these fish have grown to a size that is very desirable for sport fishermen. So it's catch and release of the bass on many of the lakes, and then barbless hooks so that the fish mortality is reduced. People are confused as far as how to make your hook barbless. You just pinch down the very sliver portion of the hook. You don't bend the hook. You just pinch down the barb, or you can file it off or break it off. Even if there's a little nubbin left, that's okay, as long as the sliver portion is removed.
We put in at the Crooked Lake boat launch, paddled across Crooked Lake, and portaged to a tiny lake.
I was averaging 10 fish an hour on a lot of bodies of water, but that's over now that they're on spawning beds.
Even if we don't catch any fish, it's a beautiful day for a paddle in one of the most pristine tracks of the UP.
Throw a buzz bait because it might select for bigger fish. Plus this water shield, notoriously hard to fish a soft plastic through because the fish dive down, and on spinning gear you just can't wrench them out of there. See, with a little bit of breeze, the buzz bait creates enough surface disturbance that you can attract them. Somebody just missed me. See the little guy. There we go. I'm gonna have to get him up and over the log. Come on, buddy. Come on, up. Oh, and he's gone. Didn't quite get him over. Thing with the bait casting gear and the heavier stuff, you can literally bring them over the logs sometimes, and there we go. And I will. Here, buddy. Here, we just want to shake hands. Here we go. Nice one, about 16 inches. This is a 7-foot medium heavy action rod. That's why I wasn't thinking twice about trying to lift a 2-pound fish over a log. We come in here with toads and soft plastic, baits that run on the surface, because the water shield eventually becomes almost completely dominant of the surface. Early in the year, the key to big fish, the small fish were up tight to the shoreline and in the wood. The big fish were in the developing stems out away from it, and they'd grab your bait 10 feet from the boat. Yeah, I got him. I got to get his head up, though. Come on, get your head up on top. There we go. Now we got him coming. Ah, little guy. Oh, he got off. That's all right. I was probably ashamed of him anyway, picking on the little ones. This corner that's coming up, there's some really, really shallow, dark bottom. And I'll come in here with white, soft plastic baits. And the fish, literally are in 6 inches of water in the spring because there's this micro environment that warms up faster than everything else. And you catch 5 and 6 pound bass in 6 inches of water. But, that only happens a few days. It's the right time, right situation. Let's try something different here. Let's get this out of the water before it tries to become a garage sale item. Get your head up. Come on. Come on. Hey. Don't be a jerk. There we go. There we go. Little 15-incher. Down in the water. I just did a little zigzag with it and... Oh. Come on, buddy. There we go. A cute little 15-incher. Not a monster, but fun. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Game on, baby. I guess we figured something out. I don't know. Ooh, this is a better... Oh! That was a nice 18-incher. Kind of horsed him from under the boat and, paid the price there. Okay, so those last two have been out on the edge of this flat. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe there isn't, You can't get into their heads. Okay, now it feels like we're fishing because I'm getting some bites. There we go. Solid 16-incher, but this lake is full of 18 to 19 and 20 inchers. Some lakes, the backsides of these logs hold nothing but juvenile fish. This lake, for some reason, the adult fish will use that space as well. We just might have a chance of landing this one. There we go. Not a big one, but he was fun. All right, buddy. There you go.
That's all for tonight, and I hope to see you right back here next week for Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.